This is your daily market review for Monday, June 16th, 2025. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market review for Monday, June 16th, 2025. Hopefully you had a great weekend, came back and the market was up. Again, a lot of us who are in the Discord room were trading around positions. I closed a lot of positions on Friday just because, again, I tried to show folks on the Discord room that ultimately, war percentages for which the market drops doesn't have to be huge, but in general, again, going into a long weekend, the uncertainty. So on the pop this morning, closed whatever I had left over. Didn't go long, but then started reloading some shorts today. And again, we'll talk about the thoughts, the ideas, what to expect. You got the FOMC meeting on Wednesday. It seems like there's a lot of noise about what the result is going to be of this skirmish in the Middle East. Does it get worse? Again, we don't know, but ultimately you have to manage risk accordingly. And again, this is why I've said over and over, it's a trader's market. Trader's market. Summer, light volume can be confusing, can be all over the place. So again, if you're new to the channel, check out the Discord room, links description below. I appreciate all the love, generous donations, all the good stuff out there. Again, you guys are amazing. Now, keep in mind, again, you got data this week, and then you have the Feds on Wednesday. And this is the thing, right? If you go look at the seasonality, if you go look at the Stock Traders Almanac, you typically have seasonal weakness from mid to the end of June going into the 4th of July. It's like people take off and they disappear. Not surprising. So, knowing such, manage positions accordingly. Again, if you'd like to chat, get on the Calendly. Let's get it. Also, follow, like, subscribe, posting ideas, thoughts on the Twitter. Again, check out thetradingagent.com, the website, and on YouTube. Again, if you want to check out, there's so many videos here. I have, here you go, how to trade before the FOMC meeting. Again, come on, my internet's been off. I got a text this morning, really nice, that Xfinity was like, yes, we're going to turn off your Wi-Fi today. Oh, okay, glad you guys did it on a Monday morning. And so I'm just getting it back. It's basically end of day here. Wow, awesome sauce. So seeing that, we'll see if we can get this recording in. Again, tons of videos, tons of fun stuff. Also, again, if you're looking for help coaching mentality, again, I tell this to people all the time, trading isn't hard. It's the mentality of trading. If you can't get the mindset of trading, you don't know how to detach from outcome, you get triggered, meaning you get emotionally triggered by what the market does, then it owns you. And again, you can't do that. So again, if you want to chat about that, also check it out. Again, tradingagent.com, lots of resources. Again, recommended reading, 3 books. That's it. All it is after that is learning how to gauge, how to experience the market. You're like, what do you mean experience the market? Yeah, experience the market. Again, you have to know what you don't know. You have to walk the path. Again, if you can have a map, but if you've never used the map, how does that help? Okay, fear and greed is in the mid, the low 60s. Come on, man, it sucks when the internet's not fun. Yeah, keep an eye on it. Now we know going into the next 2 days, it's going to be pretty quiet. There's no cuts expected. A lot of people go, oh, they're going to cut. No, July is the first potential meeting. And then September, it's looking again like summer of chopness. Summer of chopness until a rate cut potentially in September. Good old Bitcoin chopping around. Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, if you believe it's a Ponzi scheme. I don't know, but it just seems to be ding a ding a ding. And here's the closing bell all over the place. I don't trust it. You got to get over the highs. Get over the highs, cool, but not, it could go into the chop zone. We talked about this. Oil, nice pop on Friday, pulls back. Again, if Iran blocks the Straits of Hormuz, then you got issues. If they don't, we'll see what happens here. Again, as long as oil flows, it shouldn't go, in my opinion, too much higher near term, but we'll see what happens. Natural gas, again, I'm a fan of it, but I don't like it unless it's at lower prices. That's just me. All right, let's get into it because, again, a lot of people are asking about the dollar. Like, all right, here we go. Dollar, we talked about, just watching it. Dollar volatility seems to be holding the range lows. Worth a watch. TLT, again, everybody expects rates to go lower, which I do at some point, but just it's going to be choppy until it is, right? Choppy until it is. Keep an eye on it, okay? VIX, as we talked about, got a nice pop. It was due to bounce, okay? Gives it right back up. Remember, it's options expiration this week, right? VIX termination week. Okay, you have some rollovers and all sorts of fun games going on. Keep an eye on it. VIVIX as well. We talked about this bottom first. Had the nice pop. right? The VIX was making new lows. The VIVIX was not. You're welcome. Swing trader gift. So nice little pop and giving it back today. Again, not surprised. Again, we don't know what's going to happen ultimately near term. Because again, I think in my mind, there's more risk to the downside. I mean, it was before. It's just we got lucky with the war stuff. But I ultimately think that there is going to be a pullback because the Fed market needs the Feds. It wants the Feds. We'll see what those guys and gals do. SPY. Again, we talked about chop around to the FOMC. Can you take out old highs? We'll see. Again, I personally just think, I mean, it feels like more chop, but who knows what happens until the Fed. Could we take out the highs? You bet your sweet butt you could. QQQQQ. Yeah, next 2 days are going to be until the Fed meeting. Can be choppy. Could the Q take out new highs? Absolutely. Just keep an eye on it. Don't go nuts. IWM we talked about topping first. Hits the 200-day. Looks a little weaker. Watch the 20-day. DIA, again, I'm not really a big fan. I don't even know why do you even pull it up, Dan? Again, it's going to be affected by United Healthcare and a bunch of other turds. Gold. Again, seasonality. Tried to explain to you guys. I don't trust gold in the second quarter. It's held up pretty good, right? Since April till now. Let it play out. Silver, which is, again, ironically making new highs or made new highs, breaking out over that 31 area. Seems to be chopping around. Keep an eye on it. Gold miners, right? We want to see these really break out. Kind of just chopping around. Again, if this was third quarter or this is mid-December, I'm all on this stuff, zero doubt. Near term, again, it's more of a hedge. And if the hedge comes off because geopolitical risk, then they might sell gold. So just keep in mind, again, you've got a few more weeks until the end of the quarter. Do yourself a favor. Don't be surprised if it pulls back. AEM, again, we like it, not making new highs. AG, this one finally woke up, which makes sense. It needed to. Worth a watch. Again, we've talked about Newmont needs to take out these levels. Just seems it can't do it. Come on, Newmont. Load. Right at the highs. If you zoom out, you can see what I'm talking about. Sorry, let me do it for you. See it? Keep an eye on it. And again, PAAS. I like PAAS. I mean, they're buying out Mag Silver. I think they're going to end up doing pretty good. Again, it got penalized and it got rewarded. Again, like a capitulation. So nice work if you're on it. Let's get into tech. This is where it gets entering. Taiwan Semi, again, announcing good information or good data today with their Phoenix plants. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say you should short this one, but keep an eye on this. Again, I mean, I think semis as a whole got the bounce. I mean, we look at this bounce today, right? Look at Micron. Look at Micron. Making new highs. Again, we talked about these names. Watch the gap here. AM Dizzle. Keep an eye on it. Right? We talked about all these bounces. Just keep an eye on it. Because I personally don't. Again, I wouldn't go out here and short any of these. I'm shorting versus Soxel. But as of right now, that feels kind of capitulatory. Again, we'll put an arrow there just to see what happens. High volume at the highs. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. NVIDIA, again, I like the short on this. We took profits on Friday. Took a little stop this morning and was looking to add back. Did not add back today. Yeah, again, it's Monday of OPEX and FOMC. I don't really want to go nuts here, but I do like the idea of it here. I mean, obviously, well, yeah, makes sense. Keep an eye on it. SMCI, this one got a nice little bouncy boo. Okay, cool. It's just chopping. I don't trust this name. Intellectual property, we talked about this is a big sloppy chop zone. Got nothing. AVGO, gap down, post earnings. Now it's just chopping around. Again, some of the leaders, I think this is where leadership will rotate, and the higher levered, overvalued ones will start pulling back. SMH, again, I like the short here. Talked about it. Shorted it. What was that, last Wednesday or something? Dropped into Friday. Again, the first, remember this always. The first drop typically gets bought in a bull trend. The first drop gets bought on a bull trend. Never forget that. And so, okay, we got the bounce. War, not as bad. Playing it through the Soxel. Again, I know some folks who are following this started loading here in like the 21s and 22 area. Cool. Cool beans. Again, I like decaying ETFs. I like buying puts on decaying ETFs. That's even more fun. So keep an eye on it. Adobe got slapped around for earnings. Okay, holding the 50-day. Let's see what happens here. Right? You got senior applesauce. Again, I'm not a big fan of Apple. Talked about this being in a capitulatory like chop zone, right? Like you got the pull, and now you're just in the chop. Apple, good luck. I mean, they're basically rising on buyback And dividend, well, it's blackout. Buyback blackout starts now. Amazon, here you go, watching these levels. Meta, this one's been holding up pretty well around 700. If you want to short it, it makes sense here to tight stop. Probably short Metu, like that might be the trade. Just keep an eye on it. CRM, this one's been all over the place. It's $4 or $5 every day. Not a bad trading stock, but worth watching. Guggenheim, Google, chopping around near the recent highs. It doesn't really look as strong as some of the other tech names, like Microsoft, new highs, right? Keep an eye on it. NDAQ, I mean, this is one where we've been watching this. Like, I like the short on this. Man, I need to put this back on the list. I don't know why sometimes I forget to play ball on that one. Because right now, like I said, I got some Soxel, got some, don't have the NVDA, but I got to put that NVDA. I'm putting that back on the list. Again, just today, I only wanted to look at the index. I didn't want to pick a single stock. Be careful. MicroStrategy, again, Michael Saylor bought more Bitcoin with $1 billion. Wow, what a leverage. I mean, again, the analogy is like they're valuing this at 2 times your house value. Like, would it be like 5 years from now? And like, that's the valuation. It's like, okay, well, you better hope home values go up. Bitcoin doesn't go down. This thing gets crushed. If it goes down, if Bitcoin goes up, again, what's the upside? I don't know. Good old Mr. Netflix and chill. It's been Netflix and spill and chill all over. Again, I really like, again, the money flow is just coming out of this sucker. Man, again, put Netflix back on there. I'd like to see it back up towards the highs, though. I'd love to see a retest. Talk about the first dip gets bought. Man, if we can somehow get back up to that 1250 area. Mamma mia, look at this. Roadblocks. You cannot get away. I mean, this one just keeps going and going and going. Congrats if you bought this in the 20s. Good old CrowdStrike chopping around again up near the high in its old range. Pan W. Again, I think at some point it's a $200 stock. It's just a matter of when. Good old Tesla. Nice bounce back. It seems can't get over the 20-day. Seen a lot of people calling for the 350 to 380 area. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense if we consolidate and hold high and tight. Right? They've got a lot of potential news coming out with the automated driving. We'll see what happens here. Again, I'm trying to stay neutral here. My opinion, I watch the 20-day. Yes, get over. If it gets over 20-day, you can probably go long. It's simple. Palantir, nice pop. Again, these guys benefit from war. I mean, is it a blow off top? I don't know. Insight. Talked about this as a buy off target many times. Mid-50s, congrats. HIMS getting back up towards the 60 level. Again, I don't trust these company. Again, I think they have no barrier to entry. Like, people can copy them in a heartbeat. Is it a cup and handle? It looks like it. But again, you have to get over the 64 to 70 area. Such a big zone you need to get over. I mean, I personally, again, trade it. Baba, we talked about the 110 area. Got there close on Friday. Yeah, I mean, I think I like it, but I'm just watching it. McDonald's, this thing can't get out of its own way. Right? Chopping around. Again, just chop. Starbucks, we like this one. Breaking the 50-day, go up to the 100 and 200. Cool. Just watching. Airbnb, this one's been holding up pretty dang well. Just chopping around. Coinbase, got a big bounce today. Nice gap up. Again, I don't trust this company. Again, they're getting added to the S&P 500. That was cool, but we'll see what happens here. DKNG, chopping around. Again, we talked about this. Like, the betting time is over, but don't be surprised by the chop. Costco. This one's interesting because it's making a lower high. Excuse me. This thing has been on a monster run. I mean, again, if you want to short Costco, do it at your own risk. I'm trying to think of something to say. I'm like, nah. FedEx, we talked about, you bought it at the 215. Nice bounce. Probably gets up to that 100-day, potentially 235. Always possible. XLF, again, we talk about financials need to break before the market breaks. They broke down below the 20-day, but man, bounced right back to the 20-day. This is the kind of stuff you need to pay attention to. XLF, Hood has been holding up pretty well. Again, I get included in S&P 500. Again, that I would not short Hood. JP Morgan held the 20-day. Remember, these typically pull back before earnings. So a lot of them are chopping around. Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, right? Chopping around. Goldman Sachs, making new highs off the lows. I mean, Carey, we talked about. This is where it gets a little interesting because I thought this would be better today. Didn't really pull it. So again, worth a watch. XBI, we talked about this one in the 50s and 60s. The 60s. Now it's just chopping around. The Jets, nice bounce, obviously, when oil drops. Keep an eye on it. XHB, I mean, housing should be just bad. which it is. I mean, it seems to be chopping around. I don't really have a good feel on it because, again, I think it could be all priced in, but then also I could see a next leg down in housing getting worse. All right, materials. We've said watch the 200-day. Again, I like a lot of these names. They're consolidating, waiting for pullbacks. Dow dropped, chopping around. CE, same name. Like a lot of these are chopping around. I haven't reloaded any of these yet, but again, I could miss the next move. It's always possible. Again, if the trend is for years, I'm not really that concerned about it. But these names holding up pretty well. Caterpillar, we talked about getting over the 200-day. Deere slapped right back. It was below the 20-day and up 15 points today. Nucor holding around the 120s. Again, keep an eye on it. X is going to get bought out. IIIIN. Again, this is a name that's broke out of a channel. I'd let it consolidate. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. A couple weeks, even a month of chop. VALE, come on, 200-day. Right? Here you go. Bigger volume. Again, NH was talking about this. Eric was talking about it in the Discord room. Keep an eye on it. Arrow. Again, talked about it pulling back, holding the 200-day, compressing under an old downtrend. We'll see what happens here. Again, I could be wrong, and these go now. Again, FQLF, SCCO. Again, we talked about these all consolidating up near the recent highs. FCX looking good. So, again, I'd like to see a bigger pullback to reload fully more strongly, but that's not how it always happens. I could be wrong. URNJ, again, this is one that I was talking about. Oh, it'd be really nice if it's pulled back to the 15, 16. Nice gap up today. Okla, we talked about this. Another one. We're like, oh, see what happens here. The new highs. CCJ. Oh, this one should consolidate. Again, these could be slightly blow offish near term. But again, I'm waiting for pullbacks. Don't play around. CF, that had a nice run. 67 up to 100. Could it consolidate? I mean, a lot of these names in the ag space, I wouldn't be surprised. Mosaic, making lower highs. SQM, again, I like lithium a lot. Waiting. I think this can consolidate down here. And again, I'd prefer to consolidate. Let it chop around, right? Like, let it be some sort of like weird head and shoulder complex, right? Here's your left shoulder. Here's your right shoulder. Just let it play out. Again, because market weakness can pull these names down near term. Freaking gifts. NTR, right? We talked about this one been holding up really well. Again, you gotta love the ag names. But now, near term, I don't know. AA, again, like aluminum, talked about it blowing off near term. Doesn't mean it's like, oh, the trend's not over. Just let it consolidate. Can we take out 29s? Absolutely. Again, the market doesn't do what I think it's going to do all the time. I don't control the market. My best guess was like, listen, consolidation would be good. Right? Next leg would be great. So where does that pull back to? Good question. Kalu. Again, another aluminum name holding up pretty well. Look at NP, right? We talked about this one if you bought it at the 200-day. Zinger. Look at the volume. Zinger. Congratulations. Leave a comment below if you're crushing it. REMX. Again, I like rare earth metals. Again, I like commodities. Seems to be chopping around. Keep an eye on it. Cliff, as we talked about. Any major drop, probably a good time to buy. Seems to be holding, I don't know, range lows. Again, will it take off tomorrow? No. Maybe. I don't know. It's just, again, if you're playing the long probabilities, it should be good. Look at solar over 200-day. Sedge. Again, I don't trust Sedge. I don't trust a lot of these names, but here's why I watch them. I mean, look where these came from. They were like, oh, it's a deep value. And it's like, I don't know what deep value, but it's definitely due to bounce. Keep an eye on that one. ENPH. Again, I like Fleck for solar, but I just watch these names. Again, I don't think their technology is that good. For solar, there's definitely a lot of call options in it. And so, again, I feel like they're trying to play games. 200 days key. Nice big up day and then a doji today. This is either a left-right combo or this is about to break higher. It's pretty binary, like in the sense of just keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. I'm putting that on there. First solar, up and go. Doji sandwich. Keep it simple. Again, I love when it's simple. Again, you don't need to overthink this shit. HYG, corporate debt, seems to be holding up pretty well. Yeah, tough to really expect the market to dump. Oil, not surprisingly, pulls back with some of the stuff that's going on. Again, again, good luck trying to know for sure. UNG, right? I don't trust this product. I think the trade is KOLD shorts on major pops. Didn't get it, so it just is what it is. XOPP, keep an eye on this one, right? Talked about this one, breaking the downtrend, getting over the 100-day. We like oil and service names. Again, watch the gasoline names. They typically lead up. They look like they're about to peek their head up, about to go. Valero play a little more catch up today. Looking okay. ExxonMobil. yeah, we'll see. Again, we talked about it. If you bought this at the 100 area, said the 200 day, 110 was coming. Seems to be holding up. Now, again, could these consolidate a little bit after the post? Again, if we get peace, that's where it gets a little tricky here. That's where, again, if you're playing these names, don't be surprised if you manage your positions, or they could be kind of goofy. BP, here again, some of these are goofy, right? Pulling back, Occidental, pulling back, right? Just keep an eye on it. Devon, right? Like all this stuff. Like we like this stuff on pullbacks. That's why I keep like a broken record. I mean, I like oil and gas names. I love the financials. Sorry, the commodity names. We like stuff that you drop it on your foot, you can feel it, or it sprays your foot. Lyondell base, again, another one that looks like it's due to rip off the lows. Keep an eye on it. CVE, again, we like oil and gas names. Hit the 200 day again. If you bought this at 13, nice rip to 15. EQT again, just about to break out. Looking like it, right? Last but not least, Flex LNG, again, I think we'll be natural gas exporters. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Again, I'm going to rant here for a second because you know with the war stuff, what's going on overseas, anything can happen. So again, with OPEX, typically you get CHOPEX. Do we break out? Probably not. Now, when the Feds speak, again, you're going to get the ups and downs. You're going to get all over. But also just be completely aware that ultimately your ego is the problem, right? So if you have in your mind that ultimately, the market has to do what I think it's going to do, be careful. Because you're going to see real quickly that you're going to get humbled at some point. And so if you're unsure, de-lever. If you are confident and you've got great positioning, you've got great entries, okay. But here's the thing about trading ultimately, and I think this is where the hardest part is. It's all the mental of this, the mindset. That's where, again, I mean, I've talked to so many people. I'm like, man, everyone's like, are you going to do a live coaching about mindset? And it's like, all of us have different problems. There's not like one shadow or one problem or one trauma that we all share. Now, some people might share the trauma of getting crushed in the markets, but that's fine. But that trauma in itself probably started a long time ago, meaning it was something that was cooking in your, self-abandonment, abandonment issues, fear, all sorts of different things from childhood that were trauma that related to what and how you feel about yourself. Because again, money is the universal love that everyone wants. You go from childhood, you want love from your parents, and as adult, you want love from the universe, and it comes in feels like the form of abundance. And I'm telling you, if you can't accept love, you can't accept money, right? Like you don't feel like you deserve it. Again, we can go on this topic forever because again, it really relates to that. People are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm serious. Like until your mind about money changes, you might be reliving loops where you don't think you deserve it. You think money's the root of all evil, or you have some sort of negative connotation around it. So it doesn't really allow you to win. People are like, well, I don't know what the fuck that means. And I'm like, exactly. And you're not even aware of it. So it's like you go relive these cycles of trading. Up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. And next thing you know, years later, you're like, man, I spent so much time and education on this, and you're stuck. So if you need help, again, leave a comment below, DM me, telling you the mindset is ultimately the key. Again, trading is not hard. Executing your trades can be. So if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Always here. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day. Talk soon. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.